I'm all about finding things you can control and taking control of them. You might not be able to change who the president is, but you can change your diet. It always irritates me when I see a morbidly obese person protesting about the president, or when I see them complaining about someone not wearing a mask. When the number one killer in the United States is heart disease. Obesity almost triples your chances of getting heart disease. So if you're really concerned about health, you should make sure that you have a good diet. Another thing that irritates me is when you hear people talk about starving themselves in order to gain muscle. It doesn't work that way. You have these phantom diets like the warrior diet, intermediate fasting, where you literally starve your body of nutrients in order to gain muscle. For the longest time, I believe that. I've been working out for about 2.5 years now. I've not been really seeing a lot of gains. I mean, yeah, in the gym, I've been able to lift a lot more due to muscle memory. But as far as getting the physique I thought I would get, I didn't. That is because of my diet, even though I have worked out religiously. That's because you have to eat a high protein diet. If muscles are the car, then protein is the fuel. If you have a car, you could have the greatest car. You could have a Mustang, let's say, a classic Mustang with a V8 engine. But if you don't have the right fuel or any fuel at all, that car's not going to run as efficiently. Same thing with your diet. It's not about starving yourself, it's just eating more of the right things. You have the macronutrients, you have fats, you have carbs, and you have protein. They all affect your body in different ways. One of the things about protein, it is the most filling. Since switching to a protein dominant diet, I've noticed that I am less hungry throughout the day. I am less hungry and I have more energy. And that is because protein reduces your level of hunger. You have a hormone called ghrelin, which is a hunger hormone, and it reduces your ghrelin levels. It also boosts the level of peptide YY, and that's a hormone that makes you feel full. Like I stated, it's important in building muscle because amino acids, which are the building blocks of proteins, are how you build muscle. That's why you have protein shakes. That's why I'm also using creatine. They are the two most scientifically proven and peer-reviewed studies that show you can gain muscle naturally. Proteins also help you maintain your bone mass as you get older. Something I used to do a lot, I remember, is my grandpa does this. I think this could be genetic, is at night I would snack a lot. During the day I wouldn't eat so much, but at night I would always have a craving for ice cream, for chicken nuggets, things like that. But as I started this new diet, I've noticed that it stopped my craving for late night snacks. And that's because protein improves the function of dopamine. And dopamine is one of the main hormones that's involved in cravings and addiction. If you have a high protein breakfast, I've noticed as well, because there's times before where I skip breakfast, but throughout the day I ate quite a bit. But if you eat a high protein breakfast, I eat typically boiled eggs and toast. If you do that, it makes you less hungry throughout the day. Like I was stating earlier, people think that starving yourself is the way to build muscle. It's really not. I've lost a lot of weight. I really have. I was never really that big to begin with. I've always had a decent physique. I've always been around 6'1", 180 to about 210. I've never gotten past 210. I've lost a lot of weight since I've started working out. But like I said, I haven't really improved my physique very significantly. And that's because I was starving myself. Your body uses calories to digest and make use of the nutrients in foods. They call this the thermic effect of food, the TEF. But the thermic effect of fats or carbs is 20% or 35% compared to, actually, it's 5 to 15% less than proteins, according to peer-reviewed studies. High protein intake has also been shown to boost your metabolism and increase the number of calories you burn. Simply eating a high protein diet can help you burn 80 to 100% more calories each day, simply by doing that. What I noticed when I was going to buy this stuff at the grocery store, it was hard to find the first time. A long time ago, I used to go in there and buy the same junk: chicken wings, hot dogs, things like that, ice cream, popcorn. What I noticed is finding the right stuff is difficult. Finding grilled chicken, finding eggs is easy, but finding grilled chicken strips, finding fish, finding a specific type of tuna, finding all the right things is difficult. It really is. I don't think it's some conspiracy. I think it's just that people are more likely to buy chicken nuggets than they are grilled chicken because they are easier to make, they taste better, and that's all people think about. Notice too, when you're watching TV, all of the commercials are for Wendy's or McDonald's. You don't see a lot of commercials for Whole Foods or supplements or anything like that. That's because I think when it pertains to the grocery stores, I think they simply want to sell the product. When it comes to TV advertising, of course, McDonald's is a large corporation. Due to convenience, they buy a lot of ads. It has to do with ad revenue for the corporations. But I think the powers that be, they have malicious intentions. Think about it. The music that is promoted by the big corporations is about sex, drugs, violence, about being hard, speaking in dumb syllables. The food is about making you weaker, not only physically, you don't have enough proteins, but also making you mentally weaker because the bacteria in your gut is created by the food you eat. That's why eating a higher protein diet can increase dopamine rather than starving yourself or eating some of the bad foods. I noticed that too whenever I would eat McDonald's. And trust me, it does taste damn good. That's why they make a lot of money. Eating McDonald's actually makes you feel worse throughout the day. But I think it's important that in America, yeah, we can talk about the president, social justice, all that bullshit. But at the end of the day, your mental and physical health are two things you can control. The way to start that is to find out foods that are high in protein.